Welcome to Home After 50. I'm Julie Ford, and this is a show about reimagining what life can look like in this next chapter. Here we explore home, family, reinvention, and the evolving ways that women after 50 are shaping lives that are meaningful, grounded, and true. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome back to Home After 50. It's been a minute. I took a little bit of a break and it turned into a little bit of a longer break than I intended, but I'm coming back to you to start season 4 with this quick solo episode to say hi, introduce our theme for the season, catch you up a little bit on what's been going on with me. And I'm just so happy to be back. I intended to take a couple of weeks off. I took almost a couple of months off from the podcast. We did some traveling. Rod and I went to Brazil for his grandmother's 100th birthday, which was amazing. We had the opportunity to stay at their home in the mountains, which is a multi-generational home. His parents, his grandmother, his aunt all live on the property. And then we actually stayed across the road at another family's property who is also living multi-generationally. And they have also turned their property into a business with an event location for weddings and a bed and breakfast. We stayed in a lovely little casita, I think you would call it. And we really enjoyed that. So it was very fun to travel 5,000 miles away and stay on 2 different multi-generational properties. I came back and shared some video from Rod's parents' property and have so many new followers joining us now over on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok because of that share. And one of the really fun things for me in sharing that was that a lot of people came into the comments and shared from many different countries in the world that this was how they lived as well, and that it really isn't anything new living multi-generationally in India and in the Philippines, in countries in Africa. I'm not intentionally leaving out the names of the countries in Africa, just several people popped into the comments and said that they were from Africa and their families lived that way, but they didn't specify which country. It's not anything new, right? We know this. Living multi-generationally is something that people have been doing forever all over the world. And it's just stayed more common in many places outside of the United States. So it was very fun to see people coming into the comments and sharing where they were from in the world and that their family lived very similarly to how Rod's parents and his grandmother and aunt are living in Brazil. We know in the US, it's just became not as popular to live that way. We became very independent, and now, thankfully, the tide is turning. More families are exploring multi-generational living and learning the benefits or relearning the benefits, and that's why we're talking about it so much here in the US. We also had a visitor to our house that was really fun in early June. The Attorney General of Massachusetts, Andrea Campbell, came to visit our home, tour my mom's apartment, her ADU, accessory dwelling unit, in our home, and talk with us about how we live together. Her office is doing a lot of work to support the new ADU laws in Massachusetts, making sure that cities and towns know the rules, that ADUs are now allowed by right in Massachusetts. And it was really fun to host her. I felt like it was really a nod to my mom's legacy in affordable housing, mine as well, but really it all began with my mom for our family. So we had a lot of fun with that. I also was featured in Newsweek last month, which is a complete surprise. I had a reporter reach out to me and do a lovely article. And that followed on the heels of, you may know, I was also featured in Business Insider in March. So this has been the surprise of my life, honestly, all of the attention coming into my world, my social media accounts, our home, and talking about multi-generational living. But what I love about it is that it gives us a chance to share how it's really worked for us, changed our lives, and how we can help other people figure out how to make it work for them as well. So it's spreading the word, creating opportunities, and it feels like an enormous blessing to be able to have the chance to create a larger platform for communicating the benefits emotionally, financially, caring for our elders, helping our young adult children access homes in new ways by combining resources with other family members. So I'm just blessed to be a part of that. My online audience has grown honestly like crazy. Since March of this year, we have almost 160,000 followers across Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok now. I can't believe I'm saying that, but that's where we are. It's creating a lot of opportunities, a lot of conversations with real families exploring this. I started doing some multi-gen finance workshops, and that has been really fun. We've had a lot of interest in that. People really want to explore different ways, creative ways they can finance their multi-gen homes, whether they're selling two homes and buying one home, adding on to an existing home, adding a backyard ADU, buying a new property and adding a backyard ADU. There's so many different ways to finance those homes, and that conversation is something that people I think are very hungry to have. So I'll be bringing you more about that in the coming months, but you can always reach out to me too about that. I also had a chance to go to Utah and visit the Parade of Homes with a group of agents, female real estate agents that I'm in a mastermind with. There were 12 of us. We stayed in a mountain cabin and got to go see some of the most stunning homes that I've ever seen in my life. We had a private tour through a connection that one of the agent's moms had with the designer for the Crumble Cookie House, which is owned by one of the two owners of Crumble Cookies. They built a brand new home, and it's the most incredible home I've ever seen. 26,000 square feet. I know, that sounds crazy. I believe they had three kitchens: the primary kitchen, the scullery, which is the prep kitchen, and a catering kitchen in the pool house, an enormous pool house with a sports court where the floor changes sports with the touch of a button. Just wild stuff. I came back from that trip just really filled up by spending time with other women in business. You know, we really spent our evenings in the living room and around the fire pit, brainstorming together, helping develop each other's business ideas. There's nothing like spending time with other people who help you see possibilities beyond your own limited view of yourself. And I came back really filled up, enthusiastic, excited about new ideas and implementing new things in my business. But I also came back wondering about, what is the relevance of seeing a 26,000 square foot home to my business, to my audience, to my life for that matter. And I decided that it was really about inspiration for me, not to inspire me or to inspire you to want a 26,000 square foot house, but it's very fun to see what design ideas, thoughtfulness, intention goes into creating a home like that. And then to kind of come back into your own space and say, wow, I really loved the way they had that lamp on that shelf, or I really loved that paint color, or the finish on those cabinet poles in the kitchen. And it just opens up your mind to new possibilities. I know that it's very interesting for me to share with you that, we had the Attorney General here, and I felt like that was a celebration of my mom's career in affordable housing. And 2 weeks later, I was in a 26,000 square foot house in Utah. That's wild, right? This is the world that we live in. And we are all figuring out how to navigate this together, create the homes and the lives that we want within the reality, right, of our own financial worlds, of our own family worlds. And I'm living with the duality of that right now. So just sharing that, because that's really what's on my mind right now. Behind the scenes, I also had a big project of completely recreating my website. So I have a brand new website. I hope you'll go visit it, juliford.com, same domain name, but it is a completely brand new site that I built myself using AI, actually. I'm in love with it. It really matches the business that I've grown over the past year. When I built my website about a year ago, I couldn't have imagined what my business was going to look like today. So now I finally feel like I have a website that represents the business that I've created over the past year. And I feel like it offers a better service, a better experience when you go there to experience what I have to offer for services and resources. I have a whole page built out for multi-gen living now. All of my blogs are there. My podcast is there. There are all of my guides that I've created. You can find an agent that is in another part of the country. I can connect you with someone. You can book calls with me. You can become a referral partner with me if you are an agent and you would like to partner with me to serve multi-gen families and any families, really, no matter where you are in the country. So I'm excited about that. It was a labor of love. My assistant Raylan and I put a lot of effort into creating the new site. So I hope you do enjoy it. Please do go check it out. And now we're moving into season 4. I can't believe it. Season 4 of the Home After 50 podcast. In August, it's going to be a year since I launched the first episode. So one of the reasons I took a longer step back than I intended to was because I had a lot going on, but also because I really wanted to think. And I was really contemplating, what do I want season 4 to really be about? And I think I've settled on the idea of reinvention. And I shouldn't really say settled on, actually. I'm excited about the idea of reinvention. So next week, I'm going to bring you a conversation with a new friend of mine who is an interior designer who completely reinvented her life and her business and moved across the country when she and her husband had to start over after he unexpectedly lost his job. So she's in her 50s like me. She has young adult kids like me, and we had such a great conversation about what it's meant for her to completely reinvent her life and her business after 50. So I think you're going to love that conversation. This is all I have for you today. I really just wanted to say hello, bring you up to date. Oh, I do want to invite you, if you're not following me on Instagram, please do come follow me on Instagram. I started a summer series for the month of July where I'm taking you along with me on experiencing what I hope is going to feel like a summer holiday at home. I'm dropping a new story every day about little things I'm doing at home because I'm not traveling I don't think I'm going to travel at all in July and August. So because I'm going to be at home, I really wanted to embrace the season in small ways, not in big ways, not in expensive ways, but in like little things to bring into my life to feel like I'm not just letting the summer fly by in busyness, but that I'm sinking into it a little bit with just small details, small habits, small routines, small rituals that we can all potentially bring into our life. So I hope you'll find that inspiring. If you go over to my Instagram, it's at It's Juli Ford, ITSJULIFORD. And I've created a highlight on my highlights where all the summer stories will be there. So if you miss one, because stories only last 24 hours. If you miss one, you can just go to the highlight and you can see them all. And we started today, because when I'm recording this, it's July 1st. We started today with the summer playlist that I created. So definitely go grab the summer playlist. I'm actually asking you to send me ideas to add to it. I do have to confess, it's a little bit, not a little bit, it's a lot of a 70s nostalgia vibe, which I'm just totally into right now. So if you like that kind of thing, go to my Instagram, check out the summer highlight reel, grab the playlist, and let me know how you're enjoying your summer, whether you're traveling or staying at home. What are the things that you're doing to embrace the season and try to bring a little bit more joy into your life? Okay, that's it for today. I'll see you next week with a great interview, and thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for joining me for this week's episode of Home After 50. If this episode resonated with you, please make sure you're following and subscribing so you never miss a thing. And you can find more resources at my website, juliford.com. See you next time.